carried with him all these years, these feelings that he's carried. But it's over 30 years ago. I can't remember either way. Who's that sound like? I can't rightly recall. Hillary Rotten Clinton says things like this. But that's Hollywood for you. Actors passed along with producers. What do they say? The people that are sexually abused usually become abusers themselves. Not a big surprise if you've been sexually molested as a kid. Chances are Kevin Spacey maybe has some history himself as being sexually abused in Hollywood or by his parents. I don't know definitively on that, but somebody, friend of the family, usually becomes abusive themselves. I always tell folks, keep an eye on your children. This is not just show business. This happens every single day, sadly, in communities all across this country, folks, and it is one of the number one crimes that goes, unfortunately, not reported. Kids get raped every single day in this country. It's usually by a family friend or a family member. And I say if you've been raped, somebody's touched you inappropriately, you have to report it to the police. Because if you don't, these predators will do it again to God knows how many others. And for anybody that's come out, even if it was in 1986, people need to know now's the time to do it. There's no excuse for sexually molesting, unwanted advances, sexual harassment. There's just no place for it. I think it's absolutely disgusting. And I've always said, look, if somebody's not into you, why push yourself on another person? Now, if it's two consensual adults, enjoy. And what happens in your bedroom stays in your bedroom. I don't want to hear about it. That's just me. That's the dose of common sense that I provide each and every day. I mean, it's just, seriously, you would think that this would be common sense, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't. And there's a lot of people that have come to their aid saying that there's nothing really particularly wrong with what they've done. Not a surprise, because for 8 years, believe it or not, in the White House, there were members of NAMBLA, the man-boy, protecting them, part of the Obama administration, along with 99.99% of Muslims that did not really like America's Christian heritage and were trying to take us down a terrible road of destruction. Where Sharia law, many of them actually advocated in speeches, they wanted Sharia law to be the law of the land. Interesting. Yeah, there'll be more books written about these particular issues. Dinesh D'Souza, Hillary's America, but he's done things on Obama's America, uncovering a lot of these truths. And these things are not conspiracy theories. These are real hidden truths that a lot of Americans didn't even know about and thought there was nothing to it. But there's an ideology behind it. There's a mindset behind it. There's a thinking, behind it, an agenda behind it to socially engineer, change the dynamics. And Obama's made no apology for it. You wonder why we have all of this craziness going on. And they accepted bad money from Hollywood that has done all of these things for decades and decades, and they knew damn well that Harvey Weinstein was a sexual predator. A lot of the actors knew. Most of Hollywood knew. They allowed him to get away with it. Thanks to courageous whistleblowers that have finally blown the whistle. Believe me, folks, this is just the beginning. This could be a good thing, uncovering it. It could be a change of things in the news, the entertainment business, where people will not have to fear to go in to have to do things to get things. But that's been the story of Hollywood for too long, and it's finally catching up, and that's a good thing. You know, what's hidden in the dark is coming out to light. Yep, and those what did William Wright, the pastor of Barack Obama, said that the roosters were coming out to roost? Well, the Hollywood's roosters, exactly, and just a proof that God's judgment is coming on Hollywood is Let There Be Light, number 2 section, beat over lots of top actors, and they lost a lot of money this weekend. But it just goes to show you that there is some righteous people in our country that love God and love their family, love their country. And if it wasn't God's truth, if it wasn't for good people like that, we would not have anything left. I think God spares us and blesses us because of the few that are faithful. I'm convinced of that. And you see that there's biblical truth to that in the Bible, where God did it because of people's righteousness. Even if you had a lousy spouse or somebody that you live with, that if there was one faithful, that God blessed the entire household, or God spared the entire city because of it. I think that is America's story, largely speaking, through the ages. Continually. There is a tragic report showing that millennials don't go to church anymore. Their church is the internet, Google, Facebook, and that's unfortunate, folks. We got to get them back to church. Invite them this Sunday. I'm Keith Allen, For the People. Our website's forthepeopleshow.com. If you'd like to make a donation today, we'd be happy. Our coffee cup is on sale now. It's beautiful, right on our front page at forthepeopleshow.com. Have a great day. Keith Allen, For the People, saying all the best. May God bless.